Hey there, loves. Welcome and welcome back to episode 4 of Prepping for Christmas. In today's video, we'll be doing 3 easy DIYs. For our first DIY, I'll be sharing with you guys an easy hack to elevate your paintings with this faux picture frame. If you guys have been a part of the HL fam for a minute, you guys remember when I did these paintings, but I wanted to give them a little upgrade by creating some frames. I was going to buy wood, then I thought about painting it, and then I thought to myself, why not just test it out with some washi tape, because I had some left over from a previous project. You guys, when I say this just elevated the way these paintings looked, I do not regret it. I actually love it, and I love the cleaner look with the washi tape versus if I were to paint it by hand. So this was very easy, very inexpensive. Of course, washi tapes come in a number of different colors. So if you want to give this a try, I definitely recommend it. For our second DIY, you're going to need some gloves, some skewers, a napkin, something to hold up your skewers, a paintbrush, as well as any kind of paint you want, and your ornaments. I started off by painting my ornaments with this charcoal gray paint. I didn't want to go too dark, but I did want a darker undertone. Of course, you guys can use any paint color of your choice. I also used a little painter's tape to hold the ornaments onto the skewers so that they wouldn't move and make my life a little bit easier. I started off using a brush to place my dots of paint on my ornaments. I do not recommend that. I would say go right in with a sponge or a napkin because it dried down a little too quickly and it was hard for me to move it. So I did put away the brush and I started to use the napkin to distribute my paint. After spreading out the white as best as I could, I then went in with a brown paint because I did want a more rustic look. So I went in with a brown and I just distributed that all over the ornament until I achieved the look that I wanted. If you're looking to achieve texture, I would recommend adding flour or baking soda to thicken your paint. I didn't want that, so I did not add anything to add texture to my ornaments. Because I wasn't a big fan of how the white looked, I went in automatically this time with that brown to see if I would prefer it without the white, and I did. I preferred it so much more. The first one will always be that one that you're not too sure of, but the others you will get your rhythm and it will just flow after that, because I loved every single ornament after that. The next one I decided to do was a green over the charcoal, and that too was very, very beautiful. I absolutely love the way that this looked. I then went in with some brown because I did want it to look rustic. So I added just a little bit of brown all over it just to give it that more rustic look. And it, to me, is just perfect. For my final DIY, I will be sharing with you guys how I finally created my mirror wall. So I got these mirrors from Kik. They were 10 euros a piece, and I wanted something that was similar to the IKEA, I think it's Residol mirrors that are 65 by 65. Because I was on a budget, I decided to pick these ones up from Kik instead. I'm going to be painting it with either acrylic paint or paint spray. You have the choice, and you use whatever paintbrushes you have, and of course our paint tape. Because the option to remove the frames from the mirror was not available, and also that sticky foil that usually comes on top of the mirror was not there, I decided to just try painting it first with the acrylic paint over the spray paint, and I just covered the edges of the mirror with my painter's tape. Now, if you guys do decide to use spray paint, you want to make sure that your mirror is fully covered, and then you add your painter's tape on top. I wanted to test whether I would like it with the acrylic paint, so that's why I did this method first instead of just covering the mirror completely. Because the frame has a texture on it, I had to paint in different directions, but because I love to paint, I actually enjoyed this very much. You guys know that I have a lot of paintings that I did all over my house. I enjoy painting. I've always enjoyed painting from I was a child in school. I always enjoyed this. So for me, this was very therapeutic, but for others, this might annoy the crap up out of you. So if it does, darling, grab the spray paint. Grab the spray paint and make your life easier, because the spray paint will dry faster, and also it will be less time working on your project. For me, this was therapeutic, so I decided to just paint every single frame by hand. Because I then decided to do all by hand, I just went in and covered all of my mirrors with my painter's tape and then painted everything, and this is how it looks with the second coat of paint. 5 days later, it is okay to touch the frame and actually hang them up. Guys, this was so affordable, and I absolutely love the transformation that it gave to our space. Leave a comment down below if I need to make over this buffet or credenza. Should I leave it brown or paint it black? Let me know down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give your girl a big thumbs up. I would definitely appreciate it, and it would also help my videos to get into the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please remember to subscribe before you leave. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see y'all in the next one. Until then, Auf Wiedersehen.